I was doing plein air. So we're going to finish it up today indoors, and I have some things I want to share with you in my studio. I've got some new shelving I put up, and I got some an art haul of a few things that I wanted to share with you, and we'll look at those, go over the room, and maybe finish up that painting and discuss a couple other things that have happened this week. So we'll see you inside. Hi, Josee Ellen here. I'm coming to you from my backyard, and I had started a video a couple of weeks ago, and it was gorgeous weather like it is today, and I didn't get finished, and I was going to finish it in a day or two, but we had a major heat wave and I was doing plein air. So we're going to finish it up today indoors, and I have some things I want to share with you in my studio. I've got some new shelving I put up, and I got some an art haul of a few things that I wanted to share with you, and we'll look at those, go over the room, and maybe finish up that painting and discuss a couple other things that have happened this week. So we'll see you inside. And first I'm going to turn this around and show you the bush. So this is our crepe myrtle bush that I was painting, and in 2 weeks it has lost a lot of the beautiful flowers that it had on it. So I'm going to be going with pictures from 2 weeks ago to finish it. That is why I'm not going to be doing plein air today, because it would not have the same effect. And down here is Sissy. Hello, Sissy. And this is part of the plant as well. It's a huge thing that just popped up. We had thrown away some gourds last year after the Halloween season, and these just decided to grow. I'm trying to find one. Here's one right down here. These were the kind of gourds I had gotten up at Milburn Stone. It's an orchard around here, and they're just growing all over the place. So I'll be passing them out to all my neighbors. Whoever wants them can have them. So let's see, not much has changed here other than the flowers are all gone. The yard's beautiful. It is a stunning day out here today. It's in the 70s. The hurricane has gone by, so we're not having any more wind today, just maybe a little bit of breeze. And look, we've got a butterfly over here. I don't know if we can get there in time before he leaves. Let's see if we can get him. There he is. Look at him. Hello, beautiful. Looks like a swallowtail. They love our butterfly bush. We've already had one monarch butterfly come through, but it's a little early. They should be coming any day now. Okay. Oh wait, we have another. I don't know what this is called, but he's black with blue, iridescent blue. What a gorgeous butterfly. Where is he? Hello. How beautiful is he? Okay. Now we're going inside. We got some honeybees here that I don't want to get bitten by or stung by. So I'll see you inside. Here we are. I'm going to step back so you can get a picture of the whole enchilada. There's my new shelving, and I'll be just storing paintings that I've done or works in progress. And as I get more and more, I'll just rotate them so you can see the ones that are finished and go from there. The one up here on the, where's it? Right there. I'm not sure that's done. I have been looking at it for 6 months, and I think that's how long ago I started it. And I just may need to do something else with it. I'm just really not happy with it. Everything else is pretty much done. And that's my shelving. Okay, I'm at my desk. I've gotten 2 different orders from Amazon of things that I wanted. The first order, I got these quills by Meeden. I've got a 7. These are all rounds with wonderful points on them. So that's the 7 and the 3. And this is a 5. Here's the 3 without the lid on it. And this is a 1. This one's going to be good for fine detailing. It's got a nice point on it. So I'm excited to use them. I'll probably use them today to work on my other painting, along with, I don't know. I don't know if I'll need any other. We'll try these today and see how that goes. Okay, so then, when was it? Last autumn, I think it was, I bought a set of gouache and a set of watercolor tubes. And I seldom use them. I don't know why. I just use my pans more. So I got some empty pans. This came yesterday. And some extra half pan thingies. So let's see if I can get this open. Of course it doesn't want to come open. Where's my haha, the handy old spatula. There we go. They're just little travel size, and I can mix and match and, you know, use some colors, use a palette for a while, and then go to another one. And one is for gouache, and one is for watercolors. See if I can get this up again. See if I can get this open so I can push it out. There we go. Okay. It's a pretty little thing. It's got this on the back, the little hold. So if I go out and do plein air, I can take a little one with me, and it's got the flappy things. And oh, look at that. Okay. See that? Comes out like this. I'm not sure if I'll be able to take the other half pans out, but with this, I've got some magnets on the back, so if I don't want to use what's in this palette, I can take it out and put some in on the magnets. Aren't I clever? Okay, and this one, I don't know which one I'll use for which, but push this one out. This one's real pretty too. Same thing, just same company. It's got the little thing on the back, and it comes out as such. That's pretty cool. I think that'll work fine, because there's going to be days where I'm going to want to take other colors with me than I have in the current palette. So that's why I got this set of 48 half pans. So that's that. And one more thing. I got a Strathmore 7.7 inch by 9.7 inch mixed media, hot pressed. I guess it's, yeah, that's hot pressed. So I'll have another. I have a lot of sketchbooks, and I use them for different things. And I never finish any of them, because there's just never enough hours in the day. So that's my haul for this week or two, probably for the month, because I've gone over my budget. And I do try to budget myself and not buy too much, because if I do, I don't use them. So I'm going to try and use these. One is let's see, set of, I think, Mei Ling. Which one is this? The Mei Ling is the watercolors, and the gouache is Royal Langnickel. So that's that one. And I'll show you one of the others. And my drawer here is getting too full. And these are smaller. These are the Mei Ling that, oops, sorry. The Mei Lings are that size. So that's that. Okay, so I can't remember. I may have mentioned it when I was watercoloring the painting that we're going to be working on finishing today, but I can't remember. So I'll tell you a quick story. Somebody dropped off these two cats at we live by the park entrance to our county park, and it's beautiful because there are seldom a lot of people out there. The frisbee golfers come through, and local people walking their dogs in the neighborhood, and sometimes the kids, there's a playground out close to our house and they go play there. So it's a nice park. I just love being there. In any case, someone decided at 1:30 in the morning to pull up in front of our house and pull up closer to the park and drop off two cats. And they left them a little bit of kibble on the ground, but one of them was in our window well the next morning when my husband got up, and then he found the kibble and he knew what happened. And we didn't know for 4 days that there was two of them. We just thought it was the one, and he started coming around after 2 days to eat. And then on the second day he came. He turned out to be a she, by the way. I thought he was a he. Anyway, there are two females. One is pure black with a little bit of white patching on his belly, and the other is a tuxedo. And they're beautiful, and they look healthy, and they're so adorable and so friendly, and so, wondering what's going on, why am I here? So one of my neighbors and I have been trying to find a shelter for them, or somebody reputable that could take them, would adopt them. And we did find a woman that helped us find out that they were chipped, so we know who the owners are, but the owners will not answer their phone. So we're having to deal with that, because the way rescues work is if somebody wants to surrender a cat, they have to do it. And since they're chipped to these people, they have to surrender them. So that's the holdup right now. It's been almost 3 weeks. And long story short, that was a long story long, but going on, I've decided I've just fallen in love with these cats. We can't have any more pets, but I started painting them, or not painting them, I've been drawing them so that I can paint them. And that's the first one I've done. This female, the dark one, is bigger than the tuxedo. But they're both lovely, and they're both adorable and deserve to be in a home. And I think Honey is what they ended up calling her, is more, she loves me. She wants to be with me, and I wish I could, but Kaylee would never allow it. So these are what I've been working on, and next week I'm going to start painting them. I'll probably start out doing watercolors, and then I'll do an acrylic. I've got a 16 by 12 acrylic that I've gessoed, and I'm going to eventually do that, but I need to keep working with it so I can get them to look more realistic. I'm not really good with drawing and getting all the values and the shading and all of that perfect, or not even close to perfect. So normally when I draw, it's to draw an outline, So once I get the outline the way I like it, then I can go on to paint them with watercolors and eventually acrylic to have a few paintings. I'm going to give one to the other girl. Her name's Julia. She's actually taken over because they've got a space where they can go and not be indoors, but they've got a enclosed carport that is open air, but then they can come and go as they want, but it's more closed in than ours. And they have a shed that one of them goes in and sleeps during the day. So I feel that they're a little safer in there with her. But I'm doing a lot of the legwork, trying to network and advocate for them. And hopefully we'll have something soon. It is kitten season, so none of the shelters are taking adult cats. And I think these are 3 years old. They seem to think the girl that came over and did the chip test on them. So that's that story. So I'm going to turn this around. I hope it's not too noisy. My husband's out doing the front lawn, and he'll be in the back before too long. But I'm going to try and get some painting on this other painting. I'll show you it now, and then I'll clean up and get everything set up. So you can see where I stopped. And down here is where the gourd leaves are. They were much smaller 2 weeks ago than they are now. So I'm working my way down, and we'll just go from here and see where we can take it from the house. Okay, I'll be back in a few minutes. I'm going to turn the camera around and do all that, and I'll see you then. Hello, Josee Allen here, getting ready to do some plein air watercolor painting, and I'm focusing on this beautiful Crepe Myrtle, 2 different colored plants, and then below are some gourds that are growing, just decided to grow. We don't know where they came from. Let's see, I've got a very, very vague sketch. If you can see that. And I'm just going to play with it and see what we come up with. Haven't done any plein air painting in my yard before. So I'm going to turn this around a little bit and see if you can watch over my shoulder from an angle away from where my arm is. Okay, I'll be back in a minute. Hello again. I have all of my little things together. I'll be using, don't fall, my 16 filbert by Princeton Select. 2 Transin rounds, one is an 11 and one is a 7. And then I've got my Paul Rubin Select. And I'll be working with these exclusively as far as I can tell, unless I need to make some changes later. So let's begin. I'm going to be doing, a little wet on wet up on the top to get some of those trees in out there. I don't know if you can see them from here, but start there. I'm using a 9 by 12, what is this? Art Beak cold pressed acid-free cotton block. And the last time I used it, I wasn't real thrilled with it, but let's give it another try. So I haven't done much plein air painting at all, because it's usually too hot in the summer and too cold in the winter, and just haven't really tried it. So it's a gorgeous day here in Delaware, and the wind has a nice breeze, and it's probably in the low 80s, and as you can see, the birds are happy. So we'll give this a go and see what we come up with. husband and I went up to Allentown, Pennsylvania last night and saw my husband's a huge Phillies fan, baseball, and we went to see one of their farm teams play and didn't get back till about midnight. And back up a few days, somebody had left a cat. They dropped him off at the park entrance, and he was waiting for us, he or she, underneath my husband's car. We took my car up, and it was the most lovely little cat. He or she just came up and wanted to rub and talk, and I just felt so sorry for her, him. I keep thinking it's a she, so maybe it is, I don't know. So I got some food out for it, and it was very, very hungry. So I'm fairly certain that this is an abandoned cat. So he didn't come back today. She didn't come back today yet. But I'm going to see what I can do. I've already contacted a few of the rescue places around here, and unfortunately they're all pretty full because it's kitten season. But I guess what I can do is I can feed it for a while and then see if I can get it in the fall. Just feed it every day if it comes. And maybe at some point I'll even get a little outside house for it. I can't take in another cat because of my Kaylee she was a feral barn kitten, and she just would never have it. So as much as I would like to help it out and take it in, I can't do that. Funny how these little critters, this cat was a domestic cat. It had a flea collar on it, and it just was so sweet and friendly, and meowed and came up and rubbed up against me. And at one point I went and got some food, and I got water, and I put that out and kibble at the same time, and the water spilled over. So I went to get more water, and as I was going in, the cat ran into my mudroom. And I thought, oh geez. So we have a door between our mudroom and our dining room, so I closed that and went and got some wet cat food, and I coaxed her back outside with that. And I'm going to call her a her because that just naturally comes out. And then I went back in to get more water, and when I came back out, the food was just gone. I mean, I gave her 2 good handfuls of kibble, and then just a quarter of a can of wellness turkey food. I feed it to my cat, and that was all that was left. And I was in a hurry trying to get her outside. She was very hungry. I don't know where she is now. That my neighbor told me that they saw her out in the park yesterday, and she was running around across the fields and hiding and then running back, and then last night they were sitting in their living room watching TV, and they heard her crying outside their window. So I guess she was looking for help from someone, and I happened to be the one that was there. So we will see if she comes back, and if she does, I'll give her some more food and see what I can do to help her as long as I can. Clusters of tiny flowers. They're so pretty. Let's go back and do them over and over for a while to get the right color. take a break. The train's coming through. Hello again. It's a little later today. I've been doing some work on this and decided to continue on for a little bit longer. I think I'm working mainly on the flowers right now, and I did some work on the background trees, and they'll need some more tomorrow, as will the rest of these, but I want to finish up some of these redder ones that I did, and then I put some purpley pinks that are over there, and I'll do that for a little bit longer, and then I'll call it a day, and we'll start again tomorrow. Okay, here we go. It's gotten a little hotter out, so the paints are drying pretty quick here. I know what I wanted to tell you. We have in Newark, Delaware, where I live, we have an Arts Alliance, and I was looking through it the other day, and there was a class on there on intermediate watercoloring, and I think I'm going to take it. I think I'll probably join the Arts Alliance to get a little break on the cost, but this is a very terrifying prospect for me. Most of what I've learned from watching other people online and going out to studios, not studio galleries, and museums and stuff. And so I've never had the nerve to take a class with somebody that is a teacher. So let me know what you think in the comments below. Do you all do that? And how does that work for you? Does it take away from your own style? I don't really know if I have a style, but I have methods that I use that are probably pretty unconventional. Anyway, if you would let me know in the comments, I'd really appreciate it. And I'll probably do it anyway, but I still would like some feedback or encouragement. So I'm going to stop here for now and continue on probably tomorrow or the next day, and I'll film a little bit more of it here and there. So I'll see you later. So I forgot in the beginning of the or the end of the video that was done today that I needed to put some clips in from the first videos, and so I've added them ahead of these, and these will come later. I don't know if that gets confusing to everybody, but this is kind of how my process works, so I don't know. We'll see. I've been moving a little bit ahead on this before videoing, just so I don't have that much to, you know, have my videos run over too much. So we're just moving right along here and adding in some yellows into the greens. And then I'll add some more stick leaves, stick grasses, as if my husband doesn't ever mow the lawn. He's fastidious about mowing the lawn. Got these Leland cedars over here, which I need to do some more work on those, but that's why it looks different than the rest of the trees, because the rest of them are ash and probably swamp maple that's out there. Okay, I think we're gonna call this a wrap. I came back and did some more on it, and I helped with these little Leyland cedars. They were just needed to be completed, and they're pretty close to what they look like. So I think we're going to leave this be, and I don't know that I'll do much more on it. So I thank you all for sticking with me throughout this whole process of painting my crepe myrtles and gourds and Leyland cedars and all that other stuff. And I invite you to check out my channel, and all of my different projects that I work on my channel have their own playlists. For example, I have my art vlog, and I have my original songs, music songs that I had done years ago playlist, and I also have my sound bath playlist. So I hope you will check it all out, and if you're just interested in art, then you can find everything on one location on my playlist, and I hope to see you there. I would love comments to see what you would like to see more of, and if this way I do my videos works for you. So thanks again for watching, and we'll see you in a couple of weeks, and I'll be working on the cat videos that I had the video for the cat paintings that I'll be doing. So we'll see you then. Bye for now.